In this edition of the Wisconsin Christian News,
Only the lonely.
Alicia is not pretty or popular. She's lonely and desperate for anyone to love her. Her young mind is open to suggestions. To a predator, she's ripe for the picking. When you were younger, a Band-Aid and a kiss made it all better. Now you're older and dealing with adult hurts, and a Band-Aid just won't do. Chris McMahon shares her testimony. A young soldier is tired and hungry. He's holed up in a foxhole. He looks up to heaven and says, "Dear God in heaven, get me out of this place alive!" A young mother sits quietly at the bedside of her sick child. She cries out to heaven, "Please, God, let my baby live." A frustrated student looks at his test paper again and again. Even though he's studied, under his breath he whispers, "Please, God, help me get an A on this test." Does God hear their prayers? Pastor Ken Bursack of the Old Country Church answers the question.
Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me?
Lord, thou knowest that I love thee.
Feed my sheep.
2,000 years later, Jesus is still asking the same question of the church. Do you love me? And he's holding us to the same responsibilities as Peter. So, how's the church doing? This is the Quran. To Muslims, it is their holy book. What does it say about being a true follower of Islam? What do they believe about Jesus, Jews, and Christians? Is it really a religion of peace? In 1989, a lone protester stood tall in the streets of Beijing. At Tiananmen Square, he brought a Chinese tank convoy to a halt. John Whitehead of the Rutherford Institute explains why we Americans are in a similar battle for our cherished freedoms. Are you fed up with the ways of the world and really want to do something about it? Then it's time to strap on your armor and join with Coach Dave Daubenmire's Salt and Light Brigade. Find the answers to these questions and more in this edition of the Wisconsin Christian News. Don't forget to subscribe. Get our print edition delivered to your door and keep up to date with new content and new features on our website.